Minakshi from Team TalentZ. Today we have Mr.Somanna with us. Would you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi Reha. Myself Somanna. Basically, I am from a place called Coorg. So that's a hill station located in southern part of Karnataka. Most of the time, the temperature is very cold, similar to what you heard in Ooty and Manali and all. I'm so glad that I'm from Coorg. Coming to my educational background, I have completed my graduation in Bangalore. That is BSc IT, specialization in information and technology. So once I completed my graduation, I got enrolled in various skill building courses such as ethical hacking, networking, graphic designing, and web development. So post that, I got an opportunity to work as a graphic designer. So currently I'm working as a lead instructional designer for a US-based company. As a designer, as I mentioned earlier, I'll be doing lots of interaction designing such as website designing, interactions, completion of e-learning modules. So these are the things I'm doing in my present job profile. So apart from that, I do a lot of research regarding stock market, cryptocurrencies during my free time. Also, I enjoy playing badminton with my neighborhood on weekends. So that's about my introduction. Thank you.
Okay. Everything related to technology you're into. That's great. That's what the time demands for now. After your introduction, I would like to ask you, share some experiences from your corporate journey.
Sure. So once I got an opportunity to work for a corporate, I was completely new. I was not aware of what are the things I should follow, what are the protocols are there, so such a way that I had to learn in order to enhance my career. The first thing I came to know that I should not be rude. So every day we do interact with lots of newbies, also the experienced managers, directors, right? So we need to be very
polite, kind of, very professional, right? Not just with managers, with anybody you are interacting with in corporate world, you have to be very polite. Yeah.
Exactly, and also we need to give a respect the same what we give for a person who serves a cup of coffee along with the person who does CEO level. So we need to treat equally with all, like, lot of respect. Also, we need to be a good listener while working in a corporate. So these are the basic things I learned so far. Still, I do consider myself as a lifelong learner.
Okay, so did anything happen like that which made you realize I need to be polite with everyone? Did you experience anything like that in your corporate journey, right now, till right now?
Yeah, exactly. So I learned from a manager who had joined almost 2 years back, and she was so rude with a teammate, especially when we approach her. Her approach was not that gesture, and the thing is, right, in corporate that doesn't work. And there is a committee such as Posh community are there, where we might get a lot of feedback call, not only from them, and apart from my manager's reporting, whoever my manager is reporting to a senior level, right? From them, we'll be getting constant calls about what is the progress and how we are dealing with the managers. Is there any areas of improvement? So those are the suggestions which we constantly give, and even we also might get some those exchanges of interactions with juniors or seniors, right? Where we came to know that we should be very polite, even though the situations could be harsh behind the scene, and we should be very diplomatic while working with very high-level diligent people. So we can't just throw our attitude also, even though situation could be very bad or worse. So there's a way to handle, right? So we can't just be too rude or too harsh on people.
Right. I mean, that's one of the basics which we HR people also learn, that no matter what are the positions or whatever, you're supposed to be polite with everyone, because you're working with people. You're supposed to treat them like people, right? You can't be rude with someone because they are an intern, or you can't be have a big head because you're a manager. Doesn't work like that with people. Yeah. Okay, so follow-up question, as you just said, we should be polite with people. So follow-up question is, what do you think is the significance of communication skills in corporate world? Just a little bit detail.
So to be honest, communication is like very essential skills in order to enhance our career and to go behind our boundaries. So if you don't communicate right, how can our members such as senior member or a board member or even a client can understand what exactly we are trying to tell them or how we can able to make the product better, right? The thing is, exchange of communication is very much essential in order to share better ideas. For example, there might be a scenario where I need to present our best project with the stakeholders, or even it could be of various clients who might work with various countries such as Australia, New Zealand, or USA, to name a few, where they might ask few questions. So the thing is, I'll be having answer in my mind. I'll be thinking, do I'm the right person to share those things, even though there are senior members in our team, right? So it doesn't mean that someone will cross question you, or they might fire you if you answer something wrong, or all those things. So we should able to give them the answer in a best possible manner. It's all about how we can able to convince and solve the challenges like working in the project space. So communication is very much essential. So those things I have been came to know recently. So I started my career as a development profile, where I was not that experienced person to understand what is the essential of communication and all those things. Gradually, I came to know that once I got that opportunity as a senior lead instructional designer, so I have to handle my team. I have to convince and make sure things are getting done on day-to-day basis. Also, I need to understand on the other hand how projects we are able to deliver to the client. So I feel that communication is most essential skills, which is equally important as a technical skill.
Right. Especially when you're working with teams, you're handling teams,
Exactly.
So like, could you give me some like bullet points or tips that I can work on if I want to enhance my communication skills in order to fit in the corporate world?
Yeah, so I can suggest few things. The first thing is we need to open up with the teammates. So while working with the corporate, right, there will be a larger number of teams. For example, I'm the team what I'm handling is around 10 members. So there are other teams who are handling around 50 members or vice versa. So it depends upon the location and the project and the team, right? So if I'm not the team player, I can't able to bridge the gap between the project and as well as the employees. Like I mean that juniors who I'm working with them, and also I feel that communication is very much essential in order to enhance the quality of a project. I know, like it doesn't mean that only if you're good at communication, you can able to develop super rich applications or a project, right? The communication is a part and parcel of an project where you might face hiccups. You have to be able to understand. You have to suggest them what exactly you're facing, how you can make things better. The first thing I want to say is you have to open up with your team members and ask them help in case if you feel any hiccups or if you face any challenges, right? The first thing is you have to say that with the team members, especially a junior or senior, right? They might help you. It doesn't mean that they will consider that you are a dumb person or just set you aside in a team. All those things is not going to happen in a corporate.
Yeah, that's right. That happens. People don't go to their juniors or seniors.
They might, in their mind only, they'll be thinking whether like I'm the right person to approach, or if I ask this question, do I think they may consider me as a super intelligent person, or they might consider me a dumb person and aside during a meeting and all.
Exactly. Personally, for me, like when I'm asking for help, when I need help, I just feel like I'm bothering people. It's not like they would consider me dumb or like somebody who doesn't know things, but I just feel like I'm bothering people, and I do not like that. That just restricts me from getting things done on time. If I'm like struggling with something, I'll figure it out. I'll take my time. I'll figure it out by myself, but I won't go and ask somebody.
Exactly, and also people will feel hesitant to ask their senior levels and all. So the thing is, they do their own research before coming up to the conclusion. I'm not saying research is not a good idea. That is genuine idea. So the thing is, we can ask seniors what exactly the best approach we can take up to solve the problem.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to ask and you can get that thing done in like minutes. And when I'm like figuring it out by myself, it will take me some time. So it just
Exactly.
goes like that. So it's a little problem that I'm working on. Okay, so another question that I have for you, okay, how has association with TalentZ helped you with your transition and career growth? And what's the major learning that you learned from those sessions? So,
So talent is one of the main, like how I say, that is a bit which helped me to enhance my corporate career in a smooth transition format. Well, to be honest, as I mentioned earlier, I was a true developer. I have no idea about how to convey or how to share an idea. So those things and all I came to know from TalentZ Academy itself, how to share an idea during a meeting, or how to present, or how to write an article. So if I break it down right, so while presenting an idea or writing an article, there are following like procedures which I might explain, which I'm going to explain right now. The first thing is synopsis. The first thing, synopsis, you have to conclude them, what you're going to explain them. It's just not you're saying in something in the air, right? So that should be in a structured way. Hardly around 3 or 4 paragraphs, or might be around 5, 6 lines. You can explain them. What is the synopsis of the project? And the first thing is we should able to make them understand what is this project about, then give some example and how we can able to relate that by giving some live examples, then ask them some questions, and last but not the least, giving the bottom line. So bottom line is very much essential. So that is something, a wrap up call or a session where we are getting a conclusion of what we said to the stakeholders, or what we got an input from them. So based on that, we can take it to further level. Also kick-off meeting, sign-off meeting. So these things are which I haven't heard before. So to be honest, now I feel much more confident while speaking with a larger audience group. I feel that these are the very much essential and basic requirements to be better communicator in a longer run in a corporate world. So TalentZ also provided me other feature, how do I put it across? So other things such as improvising my grammar, vocabulary, also writing an article, so which have never experienced so far in any of my institute or my present organization. So now I feel that I'm much more blessed, like after joining to TalentZ, to know all those things in a one stretch.
so like that's a huge thing, they enhanced your communication skills and everything, which is what we require, which is like very much important. So, okay, other than everything, is there any significant experience or thing that you have learned overall till now that you would like to share? It can be funny, it can be informative, it can be knowledgeable, whatever it is, something that you would want to share, which you think you should share.
Sure. So I learned few of them. The one I would like to share. The thing is, I used to end up saying yes for each and everything in corporate. The thing is, whenever someone asks me to extend my time or to complete the project, right? So even I know that my time was around 9 to 6 or 9 to 5. To just please them, or in my mind like something like I should say yes, or else the person might not like me. So I was saying yes for each and everything. So gradually it was something taking toll on myself, right? Like working extra on the project or the duration what I spent. Moreover, I was losing my productivity. Gradually, I came to know that these things are not required to say yes for each and everything. Slowly, I put up a barrier in myself, saying that no, and no in the sense not saying no to each and everything. So there is certain criteria for which I should say yes, and maximum no for the things which I feel not comfortable or not adding any values. So these are the things which is very essential. I came to know later.
I mean, yes, I agree with you. Boundaries are very much important because no matter where you are, people tend to, take advantage of you. So it's important
Exactly.
to build your
Exactly.
boundaries. That's what I feel. And it was such a great and like informative interaction with you. And it was just so great. Thank you for like sparing your time and sharing everything that you have learned. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Ria. Thank you so much for making me to share all those things. To be honest, I never shared these things. I was thinking in my mind with whom can I share. You are asking me such a interesting questions too. So
Yeah,
glad
actually,
I'm
I can understand. It's like we need to share things. We have learned a lot and we just don't have people to share things with. So sometimes we like to share our growth. So it's
exactly.
nice. And it's even nicer to share it with people who don't know much about it, like myself. I'm like not very experienced in the corporate world yet. So everything you've told me would help me. Like, okay, this is something I should do when I do my work. So thank you so much for today. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you so much for
Thank you.
all the information.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.